Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the Cantab Publisher video lessons. Dear student, before starting the lesson, you must have with you grade 7 English textbook. We will start our lesson from unit number 1, Justice, Peace and Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. SLOs of this lessons are: demonstrate use of common, proper, collective, countable and uncountable nouns. Apply the rules of change of number of nouns learned earlier. I hope you have learned all these nouns in your previous class too. So we will discuss all these nouns in our lesson today. Now look at the page number 9 of your textbook. We have a grammar section here. See what it says. Do you remember common nouns? Yes, common nouns are general names. They are not capitalized. Look at the definition and example here. Common noun, used to name people, places or things in general. It refers to the class or type of person or thing without being specific. Like girl, city, animal, house, food. These are the general nouns. It can be any girl, any city name, any animal, house or food. It's a common and general noun. Name of a person, place, thing or idea or feeling, etc. Feeling or idea like be honesty, joy, anger, like this. Now look at the proper nouns. Proper nouns are specific names. They do require capitalization. Now look at the examples and definition here. Proper noun used to name a specific or individual person, place or thing. Proper nouns begin with the capital letter. Look here. Ahmad, pen, Pluto, France. Like they are specific names or things. If we compare to this, here common noun will be a boy. It can be any boy, but here we are specifically talking about Ahmed here. Ahmed is a specific boy, and always remember that we always capitalize the first letter of a proper noun. All the months of the year are proper nouns. All the festivals are proper noun. Your school name is a proper noun. Your name is a proper noun. So there are so many examples. Your city name is proper noun. Now look at the countable nouns. Countable nouns are individual people, animal, places, things or ideas which can be counted, like 1, 2, 3. Look at the examples and definition of countable noun here. Countable nouns have a singular and a plural form, and it can be used with a number or and before it. They are sometimes called count nouns. For example, car, desk, cup, house, bike. A car, 2 cups. Like these can be counted. 3 houses, 4 bikes. And with vowel sounds, the words which start with the vowel sound: an orange, an aunt, like this. Like the countable noun which can be counted. Now look at the uncountable nouns here. Uncountable nouns are not individual objects, so they cannot be counted. Like how? Look at the examples and definition. Uncountable nouns cannot be counted. They often refer to substances, liquid and abstract ideas, like juice, oil, water, rice. Abstract ideas are like honesty, love or hate. These are the idea or concept that cannot be counted. But here the juice, water, oil, rice, flour, sugar, sun can be measured. with the unit of kilogram liter. But if we put water in a bottle, in one bottle, the bottle can be counted, because here we will only count and talk about the bottle only. We are not talking about the water. If water is put in the bottle will be counted. Still, water still cannot be counted. It can only be measured in a liter. You can see the examples here too. Wood, milk, air, happiness. They're sometimes called mass nouns. Now look at the singular nouns. In order to change singular nouns into plural with regular nouns, we add s nouns that end in. We have different ways of changing singular noun to plural noun. Let's have a look here. S, ch, sh, x or z, we add es. The singular nouns which ends with these words here, we add es to make it plural. How? Look at the examples. Look at the examples here. Peach, peaches. Brush, brushes. With x, axes. Now look at the second way of changing singular to plural. When the word end with f or fe, we add in singular ves at the end. We remove simply f and fe and we add ves in the end. Look at the examples first. Most nouns that end in f or ef, we change f or ef to v and add es. Look at here, leaf, leaves. We simply removed the f here and added ves here. Knife, knives. Now look at the third way. When word end with vowel plus y, we add s to make it plural. When a singular word end with vowel plus y, we add simply s here. Like how? Most nouns that end in vowel plus y, we add s, like boy, boys, key, keys. Look at the fourth way of changing singular to plural nouns. Consonant plus y, we add ies here. The word when word ends with consonant plus y, we simply add ies to make it plural. How? Look at the examples. Most nouns that end in consonant plus y, we change y to I and add es, like lady, ladies, country, countries. We removed y and added ies here. Now look at the fifth way of changing singular to plural. Vowel plus o. When a word ends with vowel plus o sound, we add s here to make it plural. How? Look at the definitions. Most nouns that end in vowel plus o, we add s, like video, videos, radio, radios. We simply add s in the end to make it plural. Now look at the last and the sixth way of changing singular to plural. Consonant plus o. When a word ends with consonant plus o sound, we add es. Like how? Look at the examples. Most nouns that end in consonant plus o, we add s, es. Like mango, mangoes, potatoes, potatoes. We simply add es at the end to make it plural. Now look at here, an irregular plural noun is an irregular noun in the plural form. An irregular noun is a noun that becomes plural by changing its spelling rather than adding an es to the end of the word. The irregular singular and plural noun are child, children. We didn't add any es or s here to make it plural. We simply change its spelling. Child is a singular form and children is a plural form, like man, women. Only the difference of spelling. No addition of es and s at the end. There is some irregular noun too which have no plural form. We will use it the same way, like fox, fish. If you use as a singular and a plural both, it will be correct. Grammatically, it will be correct. Now, nouns ending in is in the singular form, we change it es in the plural form. The examples are bases is a singular form and its plural form will be bases. Crisis, crisis. Remember that the noun, singular nouns which is ending with is, we will change in plural form like this. We will add es at the end. Now look at the collective noun. Collective noun that denotes a group of individual animals, birds, etc. When the things or groups, when the things comes together in a group, in the form of a group, we call it a collective noun. Or individual, people, when people come, the specific group, there are some specific group. And the animal, the group of animal, the bird, the group of birds, when comes together, it has its own name and it's called collective noun. Every group has its own name. Like the group of keys will be called bunch of keys. It's a collective noun. We cannot call it group of keys. We will call it a collective noun. It has a proper name, bunch of keys. Animal is herd of elephants. Herd of elephants. Group of elephants will be called herd of elephants. The group of students will be called class. The group of birds will be called flock. Dear student, there are so many collective nouns for you to learn. You can learn it. Now let's move to the exercise on page number 9 here. Look at the section A here. Pick out 5 common and 5 proper nouns from the lesson and write them in your notebook. What you need to do, we have discussed the common and proper noun. You have to find 5 common nouns and 5 proper nouns from your unit number 1 from the text and write it in your notebooks. Look at the section B here. Convert each singular noun to plural and each plural noun to singular. There are a few nouns that have the same singular and plural form. We have discussed this. So what you need to do, you have to change singular to plural and plural to singular. Let me do some for you. Here the student is a singular form. Yes, what will be the plural form of it? Yes, students. Beach, it's a singular form. Students, when you do this exercise, please recall all the ways of changing singular to plural form and you can do it very easily. Beaches. Here we have an irregular noun child. Children. We will not add any es or s here. Person will be written as same because it has no plural form. It will be considered also person in plural form too. There is no need to put any es or s. It will be considered both singular and plural form. It depends on the situation, in which situation you are talking about. I hope you can do the rest of the exercise too. Now look at the page number 10 here. Choose the correct form of noun from the given option for the bold words in each sentence. We have given sentences, and for each sentence we have 4 options here. We have to choose the correct one. Please recall all the nouns which we discussed in this lesson and do this exercise. Let me do the first 5 for you. Look at the first one. Would you like to have some sugar? What is sugar here? A countable noun, proper noun, uncountable noun, collective noun. Yes, we have discussed here. Sugar is a form. Sugar is a form which cannot be counted. It's an uncountable noun here. Very good. Look at the second one. They will reach on Monday. Here you can see the M is capitalized and it's the day of the week. So it's a specific. So it's a proper noun here. Look at the third one. I bought 3 bottles of water. Here we discuss this in examples. Water is a form, a liquid form, which cannot be counted. It's a uncountable noun. Very good. Look at the fourth one. The hungry fox saw a bunch of grapes hanging from the vine. Yes, you can recall this thing from the word bunch here. Bunch means here the grapes or the things when they come together. If you remember, there are so many grapes in a bunch. So we call it collective noun. Yes. Look at the fifth one. I will walk home after school. Yes, it's a common noun. Very good. Choose the appropriate collective noun to complete the sentences below. Let me do the first one for you. We have given the exercise of collective nouns. You can learn many collective nouns from your dictionary or internet or other resources. So you can easily do this exercise. Let me do the few for you. Now look at the first one here. A group of locusts attacked cornfields. Locusts are an insect of like a grasshopper. So the group of locusts will be called, yes, here the plague. Look at the second one. A group of birds is always a beautiful sight. Here, yes, we have discussed this in our examples. A flock of birds. Look at the third one. A group of books was lying on the table. Here, the group of books will be called pile. Look at the fourth one. They welcomed the chief guest with a, yes, it's a very common collective noun, bouquet of flowers. Look at the fifth one. As we drove down the road, we saw of sheep grazing in the fields. Yes, flock of sheep. So, I hope you can done rest of the exercise by yourself. This is also your homework of countable nouns, uncountable nouns and collective nouns from summer pack, page number 3. Dear student, I want you to underline all the nouns we discussed in your unit number 2. You have to read the unit number 1 and underline all the types of noun which we discussed today in it and just write on it like this in abbreviation form. If you underline a proper noun, just write the P on it in an abbreviation form. In abbreviation form, we discussed this in our previous lesson. So, you need to underline all the common proper nouns, collective nouns, uncountable nouns, countable nouns and underline it and just write the abbreviation form on it. It will indicate what type of noun it is. Thank you. I hope you have enjoyed my lesson.